Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Everybody's pulling for the weekend. Just that some of us are pulling a little harder than others, and some of us are literally physically busting our arse, which is what I'm doing on this Rancho. For those of you who have joined the channel in the last couple months or so, I've been here, it'll be 11 years on the Rancho in Santa Rosa. Been here 11 years in May, at the end of May. And it's been a heck of a ride. And literally for the last 4 or 5 years, after doing a ton of initial work of gutting and redoing every building and drywall and plumbing, electrical, groundwork, concrete form work for the back deck. For the last 3 or 4 years, I really slacked off and dicked off and really didn't do a lot. And I paid the price. A couple weeks ago, I did a video, morning chooch, and a chooch is just a little explanation, a walkabout. It has a lot of different meanings. I did a morning chooch, a talk about instead of a walkabout in this sense. And it was called I Lost Control of the Rancho, which is true, because every direction I worked was, every direction I looked was just a mess. With overgrown, outside was horrible, the inside was messy. Yeah, I'm like an Oscar Madison when it comes to the house. Although I'm changing my habits, folding my laundry and putting it away as opposed to just dumping it in a drawer and having like a Salvation Army grab bag to try to put something together for the day to wear. And I've made great strides over the last couple of weeks, and I want to get this stuff done before I can travel. So I'm addressing this front lawn, which is really a mega disaster. I paid initially in 2011 or 12, I think probably 2012, maybe 2011. Put a water irrigation in the front, sprinkler system, and it just, it's been a mess. For whatever reason, the sprinkler systems would fail from time to time. The timers would screw up, and it's just a mess. And the result was I have a weed and dirt farm out front, but I'm addressing that. And yesterday was a great stride because we needed to regain the border of this lawn to make it look nice and sharp. That nice front border. So to that end, I did all that work of clearing out the on the outer side of the 2x4s, most of which are rotten, but I don't care. That's not so critical. Clearing all the weeds and all the stuff, getting rid of that blue plastic, and yeah, cleaning that all out and getting that ready. Now, I want to preserve that, and I think the way to preserve that, keep the weeds out, is put down some fresh weed barrier. Technology's come quite a ways. They have some that allows like moisture to go through, but it stops the weeds from growing. And I think you can get it in 1 foot wide rolls, but you also need to get like staples to hold that down, ground staples to go in there and hold that down. So I'm going to come down here today. I think I probably need about 10 bags of chips. Sounds like a lot, but they don't spread very far. And I probably have, I don't know, 150 square feet or something like that, that I've got to do that. So I'm heading down to my local big box place, Friedman Brothers, very heavy traffic today, to pick up what I need. I think I'll pick up a couple more bags of topsoil too. Keep raising that up. So I'm going to be busting the hump today. Now, what about my back? Well, my back was never bad. It was my side. Literally 90 degrees off this side, off the right side. That's where the pain was all concentrated. So I am continuing to recover. Yeah, if I didn't do anything for a while, yeah, maybe it would be better. I don't know, maybe recovery would be faster. But it is proceeding. So you've got the update today. Let's go in and get what we need at the big box. Once again, back to our favorite Friedman Brothers. We got to get ourselves a cart. We're going to have a full load today. Here's the weed barrier I'm talking about. The wet weed barrier eliminates chemical sprays, lets air, water, and nutrients pass through. This is 3 feet wide, so I think we'll probably double that up. Or better yet, if it compromises the breathability or the water nutrients or whatever to get down to the soil, Probably just saw that at the proper length and then install it. I also bought 2 boxes of the pins. They're 1 inch across and 6-inch legs on them. So I got 150 of them. I decided to go with the medium bark here. I think I'm gonna start, not sure what I'll probably get 3, 6, 7. I'll probably get 1 more to round it up to about 8 bags. I think I'm gonna skip the more dirt this trip. I got a pretty good load here today. Probably not the preferred way to get into tip-top shape, but I'm humping so much stuff around these days. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? Or else friggin' herniates us, one or the other. I got a full load in here, 8 bags of that. Only $5 a bag. I have a lot of uses for that. Other places too, so I might need twice that quantity. Who in the heck knows? Glad I found little stakes. As it gets closer to springtime, with some of these shortages, not a lot of people shopping right now, and there could definitely be a situation where people go in to get that just simple things like stakes. Yeah, I could make my own with wire and all that, but what a total pain in the scrot that would be. And yeah, I think I got everything I need. I think I'm actually going to cut that weed barrier in half for the proper distance and lay that on down. Okay, dude. Okay, go ahead, dude. Didn't see you. Okay. Relax. There we go. Guy came whipping around the corner like almost on 2 wheels. Really? All right, see you back at the Rancho. Home again. Let's talk about layout. This side, on the north side of the lawn, is relatively narrow, probably something on the order of a foot, whereas the other 2 sides are rather wide here on the front and on the south side. So what I want to do is lay out this roll here for the widest part, cut that, and then use the thinner part over there, and I can double up the on the other side too. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mark here. I want it about that distance. I want to give a little extra, tuck in here, and here will be my mark, and I will cut that and we'll roll that out and stake it. Just FYI, the serrated bread knife did a great job of slicing that into. Just we'll start over here and lay down the thin one. Let's kind of roll that out just like that, and we'll go along little by little and stake that baby in. Woo! Right in there, and that should do a great job. So we'll start staking right down here. That's laying in there real well. I'm tucking down the edge here, and I'm going to pin the front of it and then go back and pin the back. No problems at all. I'm pulling some weeds out once in a while as I go along too, and making sure that I'm flat in the back and I'm not laying over little branches of the box hedge here. Really tucking it under really well. That's the way to do it, right under there. That's it. It's about time I had a relatively easy day, right? So this staked down really well here. Run it deep over there. We have about, I guess about 20, 30 more feet, 20 feet left on that. I think that's looking real good. I've got it tucked under the edge, by the edge of the boards. What boards there are, some of them are gone, which I don't really care about. But putting the chips in, the level will still be lower than the lawn, which will prevent the mower from taking them out. Okay, it is now time to cut that, stake that in the corner, and let's do the run down Broadway here. Gonna be a long one. I'm so happy about the way that this cloth is going down, and it seems like I'm gonna have the right number of stakes, probably at the halfway point, and I've used about 1.5 boxes. I'll still do the back pinning here, but I think I'm going to be okay. I always pinch the front first because I want to work it down against the wood here to make sure that I'm not going to have weeds popping up down there. Sorry about the noise. Big trucker city. More than halfway down. That completes the front pinning on the long run here. I'm now starting to pin to the back. So I'm going to go along slowly but surely. It's not as critical as the front because really no weeds or grass come out of there. They come out, poke out closer to the, they come out on the wood side here where the 2x4s are. So that's what I'm going to do now. Welcome back, everybody. An hour later. We're pretty much all pinned down. Don't feel the need to put this one so deep because this hedge, this position doesn't really get a lot of sun because of this tree here. So I've never really had a weed or a growth problem here, so didn't have to waste the material. So that's going to complete that part. It's now time for the main event. Hello, Mr. Chips. Chips ahoy. Let's go ahead and drop some chips here. I don't really know how much I'm going to be using. I have no idea how this is all going to stretch out. But I'm going to do my best. Good. That was good. That's like one bag in there. That looks good. Could maybe thin it down a little bit on this end. But these are more ornamental than anything else. So just have to work them in, get a good spread, but the black is much better than the blue. The black makes a great camouflage. If you're a little thin, it's not going to show up too much, so need a little spreading in the back, but I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the coverage from the first bag.
mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart, everything just falls apart. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free. I'll keep my head high while we're crossing the land. With all the minds we laid down, it's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up, though I know it is tough. We need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted off too far. Let's tear down these walls our destiny has called. We're walking down a path, and the wind will change at last, like a song about our past. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free. I can't see the point of pointing fingers. Come on, let's rejoice of what will come. I have made the choice of thinking bigger, 'cause you're all that I need. You're all that I need. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running.
You guys have to admit, it looks pretty good out here. We have a defined lawn now with a very nice border. Let me just do a little more evening out. But the important thing is that the chips are lower than the lawn, which will make it easier to maintain the edge of it here, and I'm quite happy with the way this looks. Plenty of chips over here on this side too. A little thin right here, but we've got plenty to work with here. Bringing some forward, so in my mind, that looks pretty darn good. I know I look like a wreck, a red-faced wreck today, but another day of pretty doggone hard work humping those bags and getting that liner put down. But the payoff will be hopefully a nice lawn. Now we are free to get onto the water system tomorrow and make sure that that is functioning 100%. As usual, your thumbs up are most appreciated, and I do love you guys being along on all of the Rancho projects. Thanks, everybody.